Hello everyone and welcome back to my B&B Everyday YouTube channel. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Before we start, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Finn will figure out his coming move now that Poppy has doubled down on her maternity denial. Poppy formerly again assured Finn that he was Aunt Luna's father, but he obviously has reasons to be skeptical about that. Since multiple biopater campaigners have been ruled out, how numerous further can there conceivably be? We get that Poppy was a free spirit, but we're running out of implicit baby daddies then. Of course, Poppy also had a tearful meltdown and tried to get Finn to drop all his questions. However, would Aunt Poppy have just calmly shut down the idea? If Finn were Aunt the father. This may be Poppy's last gutter trouble to bury the real story, but it's not going to work if Finn gets evidence through one final maternity test. That brings us to the real reason for Poppy's most recent denial. It was in time for B&B's Friday thriller yet. Since Poppy wouldn't admit what's most probably the verity, Finn may take matters into his own hands on Friday's show and run his DNA against Luna's sample. Finn will get a father-son match and prove Poppy wrong. So we'll bring you updates on the coming chapter of this plot. Luna will continue to entrust in Bill and pound over who her pater actually is. Once Finn's got the evidence he needs, he'll have to decide what that means for his relationship with Luna. Daphne will use her rearmost hypnotism sent to get near to Carter. This incense collaboration will give Daphne the perfect occasion to spend further time with Carter and get a sense of what turns him on. Daphne will ramp up the flirting and take some big way forward when it comes to the Carter temptation plot she's carrying out for Steffi. Daphne will clearly be sinking her hooks into Carter as she works to fix effects for the Forresters. And that could mean bad news for Hope Logan's love. Poppy made a protestation. She told Finn that he was Aunt Luna's father. Still, she could be playing him for a fool. Poppy and Finn talked about the one night they participated together. Finn was 18 times old and about to head off to council. The two caved into their solicitations and slept together. They no way spoke again until decades latterly. Despite their shocking affair, Finn still sees Poppy as an aunt. Finn has been holding on to a 20-time secret. He'd enterprises about whether he was Luna's father. This isn't the first time they had this discussion. Finn brought it up in the history, but Poppy claimed that he was Aunt Luna's natural pater. What's strange about this situation is that Poppy wouldn't say who the father is. It's like she doesn't care. Or perhaps she doesn't know, which is fine. But she should at least know who the father is for the sake of her son. It formerly drove her to the point of insanity. Poppy lost her cool. Gashes streamed down her face as she told Finn that he was Aunt Luna's father. She looked into his eyes. But is she telling the verity? Seems like she knows who the father is. You can tell that the verity is eating her up outside. This situation has been stressing out Finn as well. He has every right to know the verity. Why wouldn't Poppy reveal who Luna's father is? Does she feel guilt or shame about it? If so, that would suggest that Finn is the father, considering he's Lee's son. Lee's head would explode if this proposition turned out to be true. Poppy needs to end this daddy drama. She needs to be honest with Finn. Finn should also conduct his inner Lee by taking a maternity test. Perhaps that would put his mind at ease, or perhaps not, if he turns out to be Luna's father. A showdown between Finn and Poppy, Luna getting near to Bill, and Daphne conniving her coming move. Try as he might, Finn couldn't get a straight answer out of Poppy. He all but prayed her for answers, but she danced around it time and time again. Finn formally again reminded her of their history, and demanded to know how numerous other men there were, and what the chances were that he sired his own kinsman. Poppy stayed quiet indeed when Finn asked all his direct questions. She indeed tried to distract him with talk of how she felt about him back also and now. Supposedly, she still cares for Finn like she did when he was in college. Important to her dismay, Finn wasn't backing off. He wanted answers and wanted them right also and there. Was she indeed surprised when Tom's test came back negative? Has she deliberately hid this secret the entire time? Eventually, Poppy came clean. At least in her own head. She told Finn that he's not Luna's father. But is that the verity? Is this the one time she's being honest? Finn sounded suspicious. As for Luna, she was working her magic to get near to Bill. She brought up their daddies and what it was like to be raised without them. Also, Luna switched up to talk about their maters. Her ma was a flake and a fabricator. Was his important the same? The further Luna pressed, the further Bill opened up bit by bit and started exposing those corridors of himself. And yes, Luna was relatively pleased with herself. Hope cozied up to Carter at the office and thanked him for changing her life. Just look how far they've come since falling in love. He's the proud head of the company, her mama is CEO, and her line is back in business. All thanks to him. Daphne showed up to see Steffi with Ridge not far before. They talked shop and strategy, and Daphne remained married to the plan. Latterly, she took off to go to the office and started getting into Carter's head while Ridge and Steffi hung back and exulted about the whole facade. It wouldn't be long now before they got their family company back. Finn confronts Penelope, Poppy. Luna harangues about her mama's falsehoods. Plus, Lee and Jack reconnect. At Bill Mance, Luna is reminded that nothing can know she's there. Luna claims the Nozawa family is really good at secrets. Luna addresses about Poppy being man-crazy, wasted, and partying. Luna says Poppy claimed it was just the two of them. Still, Luna reasons her mama just didn't love her enough to tell her the verity about her father. Luna calls Nozawa power pointless. Luna says her mama has told so numerous falsehoods. Bill reminds Luna she needs to take responsibility for her conduct. Still, Bill does suppose that Poppy contributed to what happened. Luna still doesn't believe Tom is her father. Lee sits down with Jack. Cleric comes out to promise Sheila Carter his nth moment. Jack apologizes to Lee for the backstabbings he did commit. Jack says she still loves Lee and wants her remission. Cleric shows back over with food. Cleric mentions that Finn would be happy to see them together. After Cleric leaves, Jack and Lee both agree they want Finn to be happy. Finn thinks about Lee talking about his special bond with Poppy. Finn calls Poppy and asks her to come to his office. Finn has heard all about Jack's maternity test and Lee's allegations. Poppy swears to Finn that she no way slept with Jack. Finn knows. Finn hopes that Poppy and Lee can repair their relationship. Poppy reminds Finn he has his own family to worry about. Finn agrees but adds it would be heartbreaking to miss out on raising a child. Finn asks Poppy to ID Luna's father. Why did she shoot all of Tom's letters back? Finn reasons denying Luna a father caused a lot of problems. Finn and Poppy flash back the nights they talked and watched the sun rise. Poppy said she was lonely and drifted around a lot. Also, she came to live with Jack and Lee, and spent time opening up to Finn. Poppy and Finn recall the night they fell into temptation. It was Finn's first time. Poppy changed Finn's life. Finn says that Poppy swore to him all those times ago that Luna couldn't be his. But also Poppy and Luna were suddenly both gone. Finn asks Poppy to tell him straight is he Luna's pater. Luna and Bill are drooling in the Spencer Mance living room. Bill tells Luna house arrest isn't a holiday. She understands but thinks her current situation is better than being completely confined. She just doesn't want him to feel like he's on house arrest with her. Bill says no bone in his family would understand what he did to get Luna released into his guardianship. He notes he'd no choice as she was being principally cancelled in captivity, and did what demanded to be done to keep her safe. Luna acknowledges Bill actually saved his life, and hopes he now realizes why she wanted him to be her father. Luna goes back into her history and thinks about what kind of man her father might have been and how he might have supported her.